Hi everyone, it's Terry here from nutsaboutsstamping.com. In today's video, I'm going to show you a really easy layout idea for your Christmas cards this year. And I'm going to use the So Many Stars bundle to help me make my card. My card base is cherry cobbler. I've cut it 8.5 by 5.5 and I've scored it on the 4 1/4 line. To that, I'm going to add a layer of the Wrapped in Plaid Designer Series paper. I love this paper. I think it's more traditional, and the plaid patterns allow you so much versatility for the kind of cards that you want to make and the colors that you're going to use. All right, so I have this ready to go. I'm going to set it aside for a minute. And I'm going to bring in a piece of Whisper White cardstock and my Cherry Cobbler ink. And from the So Many Stars stamp set, I have one of the phrases chosen. And I am going to ink up the phrase and I'm going to stamp it towards the bottom of my layer. I love that this set is photopolymer because you can see exactly where you're placing your phrases and your images. I'm going to set that aside and I'm going to bring in a scrap piece of Whisper White cardstock. And I've got the decorative star stamp from the stamp set, sorry. And I'm going to stamp that down. And now I'm going to do some die cutting. So I'm going to bring in my Big Shot. You can use your favorite die cutting machine. I've got I want the magnetic platform. There we go. Bottom standard cutting pad. And I'm going to bring in the star that I stamped. And from the framelit set, I'm going to use the frame that goes right around that star. And then I'm also have a scrap piece of the copper foil and one of the other stars from the die set. Just going to move this over a little bit like so, and then I'm going to die cut both of these out. Okay, I've got that star. And then this one, I'm going to use my paper piercing tool. And it's going to help me poke out all the little bits and pieces and then remove the star from the die. So I'll be back in a minute when I have that all ready to go. All right, I'm back and I have everything ready to put together to complete my card. I decided to add a layer of cherry cobbler underneath the Whisper White layer, just to make the Whisper White layer stand out a little bit against the Designer Series paper pattern that I have. So I'm going to bring in my card base and I'm going to add this layer to the front. Let me just move this aside and put this more to the center so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, like so. And then I think what I'm going to do is use my Stampin' Dimensionals. What would life be without Stampin' Dimensionals? Not so sure. I'm going to put 2. And then I'm going to put my star, my larger stamped star, on the front, like so. Now, I could angle my star if I wanted to. I don't. I'm very much a traditionalist. I like everything perfectly straight. And then the other thing that I forgot to mention was I used a sticker sheet to create this little star as a sticker for the front, like so. So I put the sticker sheet on the back of the die and the layer, the copper foil layer, before I ran it through my Big Shot. And then that created a sticker like so. Now, I could consider this card done and ready to mail. I love how it's turned out, but let me show you a few other things that you could do to add a little pizzazz to this card, if that's what you decide you want. So if you go back to these framelets, there are a couple of framelets that you could add. Let me move this. So I could die cut out maybe a cherry cobbler or the shaded spruce coordinating color. I could add some corners like so. Or there's also these dies that kind of look like stars. So I could add, I could add a die cut these and put them in the corners. Or there's smaller stars that I could add around. There's so many possibilities with these dies. Use your imagination and create what you love. What I'm going to do to complete my card is I'm going to bring in the stars designer elements, and I am going to add a couple of these to pull the copper bits together. I think I'm just going to add 2. I like that they are a little offset from the star in the center, and I think it's a nice shiny element to finish my card. For a complete listing of the supplies that I used and the measurement for all of the layers, head on over to my blog, www.nutsaboutstamping.com. While you're on my blog, there's a button to my online store if you want to place an order for the products I use to make this card. There's also a link that you can use to sign up for my free newsletters. I send a newsletter each week with a project idea you won't see anywhere else. I'm Terry. I am Nuts About Stamping. I hope you create something beautiful today too. Bye for now.